What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some news to discuss concerning Oscar Dela Hoya. The CEO of Golden Boy Promotions made a statement about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, okay, with a little twist of Joshua. And I wanted to add that with you because I just seen it. It was from the Boxing Voice that we're interviewing Oscar, and he was impressed with Deontay, surprisingly, and he stated that Deontay Wilder is strangely getting better. Despite all of his fights, he's still learning on the job, and I'm going to counterpunch that here in a second. But he goes also to say that the best fighter in the heavyweight division right now is Anthony Joshua. He stated that Anthony Joshua has the style, the power, a good combination between the two with skill. But they have to fight each other. Just do it, how he explained it. Make the fight happen. Stop, stop with the egos. Give the fans what they want to see, basically. So, of course, Oscar is a promoter. I get it. But he was just stating the obvious, what people want to see. We want to see this fight, and he said if you bring a Wilder or a Fury back over to the UK, obviously that's where the money is in the UK. So he doesn't blame Joshua for sticking to his guns and wanting to fight in the UK. Okay. So, but he said, regardless of where it's at, he doesn't personally care where it's at, but from a business standpoint, he did make that known, him being a promoter. Okay. He said, yeah, but they have to fight each other, and over here, if it fought over here, how good did the Fury Wilder fight do? It made less than 300,000 pay-per-view buys. The Staples Center wasn't even fully sold out. I'll counterpunch that. The stadium looked full, but of course I wasn't there. You know what I mean? But I heard the same thing, that they didn't sell all the seats. Okay. But it didn't look like it was a scattered crowd, like it was missing a lot of people or missing a lot of seats. But then again, of course I wasn't there to really make, an observation of that. But the reason he brought that up in America is because in the UK it would sell a lot more. Any of those fights, either the Joshua Wilder or the Joshua Fury fight, they would both sell in the UK massively, because of the stadium, because you have the platform. It's going to be at Wembley, someplace that can fit 90,000+ people at one time. Okay. Pay-per-view would be off the chain. So I do get what Oscar was saying on that, by way of what Joshua was saying about the UK. Now, back to him counterpunching him about Wilder getting better. I feel that Wilder is good at adapting. You know what I mean? It takes him a while, like it took him a while in the Fury fight, but he's good to adapt. He has to make adjustments. It takes him a while, though, maybe because of the lack of skill. I'd pretty much bet on that. But, he has will also. So it does take him a while. So that's all he does. Look in the Fury fight, for example. He stuck in there. Got popped with the jab. He threw his own lazy jab at times. But he still had speed, and he definitely had power. So it took him, 8-9 rounds to figure that Tyson Fury, what he was doing, round by round by round. So it took him that amount of time. And even when he thought he figured it out, Tyson had changed up a little bit, but he still kept in there and made his presence known in that fight by the 2 knockdowns. So I don't know if he's necessarily getting better, but I will say this: he's not getting worse. Okay. But I do agree with Oscar. The fight should just happen. Make the fight happen. I mean, and I know Oscar doesn't know everything involved in the negotiations, but when you're from the outside looking in, it's easy for you to say something like that. It's easy for you to say, yeah, you know what, just make the fucking fight happen. I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of hearing about it. You know what I mean? But there is reasons why it's back and forth, right? And it's more like just back because there is no forth. Or should I say there's forth and there is no back, because the 60-40 deal is on the table. It's up to Deontay Wilder. It's always been up to him whether this fight happens or not. It's not up to Joshua anymore. They can only send negotiations and keep resending offers. But if someone doesn't respond, they're gonna think that's disrespectful. If I was Eddie Hearn, I would have done that 2 offers ago. I'd have told you guys, fuck yourselves, because I wouldn't even really worry about you if you're not even replying back to me. You know what I mean? But it's imperative for Eddie to let the public know what and why and who is stalling this fight. That's the important thing. So I am glad that Eddie does make those interviews and does make valid points about who's stopping this fight from happening. It ain't us. You know what I mean? We're making negotiations. We're the A side. We're the people that back the money. And, I had a lot of questions that were asked to me about the A side versus the B side. And I'm going to do that in another video, maybe later tonight, to discuss the true meaning of A side versus B side. But anyway, this is just me breaking down the Oscar Dela Hoya interview with the boxing voice. You guys tell me what you think about the interview. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.